The Angus H. MacLean Award was established in 1972 by the St. Lawrence University Theological School Alumni Association and the Religious Education Department of the UUA. It is awarded each year to someone who's made outstanding contributions to religious education. This year, the honor goes to Judith A. Frediani. Please welcome Jessica York, Faith Development Director, for the presentation of the Angus MacLean Award.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning. As I go about my work in service to our faith, I'm aware of the great need for those who keep the flame. Keeping the flame to me is not a passive role. It's about much more than just carrying on a legacy. A keeper can hold a light unto an organization so we may keep its stated goals in sight. And more than that, a keeper can use the light of the flame to discern the true desires of our faith, those buried deep in our hearts, the ones that are sometimes hidden or of which we may be too scared to speak, lest they prove too ambitious. In our faith, we need those who keep the flame of justice, the flame of a burning desire to make meaning of our daily existence, the flame of the communal fire, the flame of a mighty love, strong enough to tear down walls, persistent enough to be passed down from generation to generation. This award is about nothing if not a sign of our gratitude for those who keep the flame. When Judith Frediani left her position as the Director of Religious Education at First Parish, Bedford, to become the Curriculum Director at the UUA in 1985, she accepted a flame. Over the next 28 years, moving from that position to Director of Lifespan Faith Development and Resource Development Office, Judith created curricula, facilitated workshops, supervised staff, as you would expect. But she also used her position to lift up social justice, lifelong learning, and the very profession of religious education. Under Judith's direction, religious education curricula and resources asked us to engage with themes of justice as a foundational element of what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist. Her own passion for anti-racism, anti-oppression work melded with that of our associations. Race to Justice, Rainbow Children, Weaving the Fabric of Diversity, and In Our Hands are just some of the curricula created during Judith's first decade at the UUA. In later years, Judith brought to life two of the most ambitious and successful projects of the UUA, both of which are also filled with a call for justice. Our Whole Lives has changed the landscape of comprehensive sexuality education. It is currently used not only in congregations, but in many secular settings. Judith was the project manager for Our Whole Lives, editor and author of the adult-level Sexuality in Our Faith, and Tapestry of Faith. The new core curricula was a decade in the making. Many stakeholders helped shape the vision of a free, online, lifespan curriculum that would ensure a rich, common learning experience for all Unitarian Universalists. Judith was responsible for taking all those ideas and making something focused and complete out of them. Today, we have over 15,000 pages online of 40 programs for preschoolers to elders. A master's level credentialed religious educator, Judith directed the Renaissance program to provide professional development to religious educators and other congregational leaders. She taught Unitarian Universalist religious education at Harvard Divinity School for 13 years, inspiring and informing divinity students with a broad understanding and an active commitment to religious education in their future ministries. Collaboration amongst religious professionals and between the staff group she directed and other teams, both within the UUA and outside, has been a hallmark of her tenure. She recruited staff amongst Unitarian Universalists of color and those who bring the same anti-oppression lens and collaborative skills to their work that she herself possesses. Yet, one of the most profound flames Judith has kept alive is as an advocate for religious education and religious educators, as central to the very core of our faith. Judith understands that the teaching is just as important to a liberal religious faith as the preaching. For how can we be informed enough to make faithful choices in our life without the reflection and practice religious education brings? Judith recognized the need for institutional support for religious educators and other religious professionals who focus on faith development. She tirelessly witnessed to this need at district and congregational gatherings, as a member of the Liberal Religious Educators Association, and at the UUA's Leadership Council, where for many years she was able to speak to the importance of religious educators as leaders in our faith. Judith has kept a burning faith in the worth of our community of religious educators. Sparks of meaning-making have been fed by her devotion to educating a generation of children, youth, young adults, elders, lay leaders, ordained ministers, and religious educators. The flame of justice and Unitarian Universalism truly burns brighter because of Judith Frediani. So today, I honor a wise teacher, a staunch advocate for religious educators, a mentor, and a prophetic leader. The 2016 Angus H. MacLean Award for Excellence in Religious Education goes to Judith A. Frediani.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica, for your remarkably humbling words and for the bright flame that you carry for our faith. Angus MacLean wrote, "To be a Unitarian Universalist all the time is almost too much to ask." He was referring to the sometimes burden of our theological freedom and the lofty values to which we aspire. Yet we cherish that burden, a burden made tolerable by communities of all ages, engaged in lifelong learning, meaning-making, celebrating, and just trying to do the right thing. I call that engagement religious education. Please keep it up, and thank you.